Okay, abusuya bɛ mma kɔ aba sonko so ɛde ba POG Media so abusuya yɛn bonra ɛyɛ yɛn nsɛm no breaking news a ɛhɔ ne sɛ ato Forson finance minister denies approving payment to K.Agyapong about some contracts and nsɛnsɛm bi a ɛyɛ sɛ finance minister ato Forson ɛkyɛ sɛ ɔne K.Agyapong ɔmo tena ase na ɛkyɛ sɛ ɔmo hwehwɛ mu no Ato Forson deny approving payments na say o process edema K.Agyapong no abusuya na contract no ɛho nsɛm ɛtesen but sisi ano Ato Forson ɔno deɛ ɔsɛ ontua sika bia ɛma contractor bia na sɛ contract bia obia wɔ bia no ontua sika bia ɛma obia no ɔno no ɔyɛ audit of any contract bia Oye NPP official, NDC official, na Akuffo Addo na ban edema no. Inti no abusuya we ne ensema ekɔ so. Graphic online omo ene kyese ede sa info we eba ya eno ene da screen no enchen na yenso yede ebrem no. Inti no yenko na yenkonkotie ensema ekɔ so. Na asa na ebekɔ no owo ensem kan bi afa share your comment section like share ma Akuffo so ensa into me enkabi medawase.
Ghana over 181 billion US dollars. Na area yatam yakura yatam yadi wonyam yatam Ghana ina edi wonyam na nadu di animu na kereforiate di akire na Dr. Bawumia edi asedafo ina ne nam IMF sa ankura we no hono mu just 3 billion US dollars to pay. Now, so Akuffo we have to be a share yenim. Akata yese yenim yansa. It is also kind of I want to be funny enough for my yen. So they are going to give the money to us in batches, in tranches. It's about the kakra de maya. Near the year, you may be in a society, near some of Virginia. I mean, what on earth would these people do that? It is because of the way and manner. Just one simple institution. Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund. Ye $2 million. Akokem. NSS. That is NSA, National Service Authority. 4.5 billion US dollars. Ghost names. Yare. Eti di etina broni ne nkyerɛ sɛ yenim yansa. Eti ye omomom eba ye nkyɛn aba be kyerɛ yansa ne kwaye fa so diska. Ade kwaye fa so ya mamuo. Hwɛ in those times, the minority made a very profound statement. Now watch this. What is the video now already? The minority addressed this issue and what is happening now.
Where the president, the finance minister, the minister of railway, Honorable Joe Gatti, and co. In fact, the first time we heard it was when they issued a statement, Accra to get a SkyTrain soon, and they called a huge amount of money, even before Parliament was aware. When they returned to Ghana, they started adding the pieces together. And it turns out that government of Ghana encouraged an investor from South Africa to set up an SPV, special purpose vehicle, in Mauritius. And before the company actually even starts to do feasibility study, someone in government decided to pay $2 million to this entity. Then this year, January this year, the former Minister for Railway, Honorable Joe Gatti, one of the people vying to be flag bearer in NPP, gave an interview and where he suggested that he never said that the SkyTrain project was going to be funded by government. I'm not sure whether he's reading what he himself has written. If government was not the one funding the SkyTrain, what was the $2 million meant for? But the important question is this. When you have a situation where the minister then says in 2023 now that he always believed that before the project takes off, there should be a cabinet approval, there should be a parliamentary approval, PPA approval. Since none of these things were approved, in fact, the Auditor General report suggested that the company did not even have the necessary license to operate the system they wanted to operate. So the question is, what was the reason for government to act in a way to give out $2 million? Who actually took the decision to pay this entity in Mauritius? Was Dr. Bawumia, the chairman of the economic management team, they call him the strategist now, aware that without any recourse to Public Financial Management Act and Public Procurement Act, it was wrong for any government entity to pay that kind of amount? So who authorized the payment of the $2 million in terms of the so-called feasibility? And which normal decision maker pays out $2 million for a feasibility study before, as they put it, the project will determine whether the project is bankable? These things only happen when it's an organized crime, when people are careless, clueless, and reckless about public expenditure because they don't care. It only happens when there's organized crime. So I think the minimum the Auditor General should be asking for is a refund of the $2 million. In fact, I've made this call in the past that this is not an ambiguous situation. As of the time the $2 million was paid, there was no valid contract between Ghana and any entity. That SPV is a foreign entity as we speak. There's no evidence that any, feasibility study have been done, given to government and approved. So what was the $2 million for? The minimum. That $2 million can pay some of the school feeding contractors, some of the suppliers to buffer stock, some of the...
Say ya peswa, ye sidi, any ya peswa. Eko kwadi obi hono mo. Sa ode kwa ye adwuma. Na ne pakwani wie na so mebu akonta fa nkyere yen se yen. Ghana for yen ye dis out 2 minutes nsa. Te se no hene sam wo ye na ye wie na se ye kwa Fred pakwani se wo mebu akonta ba ye fro se bra mebu akonta na so wo problem with it. Then you can go to hell. So what can someone one for a comprehensive report? Alpha ma na Ghana for flow say brother me mu one kwota na so also want asia and obeshipo. Because Ghanaians demands accountability. Samra no na NPP and now now the minister in charge of roads and highways. No, the ranking member of the roads and highways. The committee in parliament. So no not to be make it Sunday way and now the boys in the courts to start investigating these whole projects. So the Ghanaians will have value for money. Man go quiet say because I am MPP and today MPP for that is why I said it from the very beginning said MPP be who na say or who say o kasa e de tia na of you say what dey wan dwe mo ha it yes say wo wiase mu na ya so de ma MPP for but listen to me say sa de tia na can we will have only the MPP ruling Ghana forever but it will never happen. Mo kwanya Ghana for ebufu Ghana for fast so the two must have we. Mo kwanya Ghana for fast so the pamomu a BC da in the history of our republic. Now no Friday. Doctor, you are free. You are in the same flight. Eda. Ye di koma. Hey. Tell you say the mo pena mosake. Ni yesi bi. But Ghanaians were angry with you because you took a very arrogant posture. Arrogant posture, Bia. Now say, treaty, K.Agyapong, Yentubia, Sifia, Bessa, Nema, and someone not Ghana for a common. Nine people for they were not, they knew it, but they decided not to pay attention to it. Or Munim, a Hawa, Ghana for a common. Obudim, how I would want, not Ghana for a but I'm one your margin da. So metie sem a Ghana for the can because omunim say anya kra no Ghana ni beto aba e dia ma because one way krachefo. One na way MPP for one way krachefo. Enti yan dia Ghana for metie wo. Ghana for metie sem a George Dramani Mahama ene dia this maker. Yes. And it's interesting to know say the will of the people. The will of the people is speaking. Ghana for say, hey, wafa, prof, wadaroma, where they any sound, yeah, the 2 million the bow. So for the Ghana nim, na kokoto sky trade fabraye. 2 million at the bow, the alpha master some brothers of a cotton here. Yes, say, for the Ghana nim, na fire investment, papa, na esumra for so from a Ghana ni. E kwa wi akire wa wi o wa me ya konta e na ye from se bra prof ye gina soro ha sibra form na me mu wa konta fama ye say the Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund ye de sha wo sa na ye boche kokota sky trade and na say kokoni gya only $2 million and the kokko shem but say ye kwanya fast wa ye $2 million na koya amabiem a what's all your people in the day? Until say, because Ghana belongs to all of us. Ghana is not for the NPP. Ghana is for every single individual. Our Ghana had a movie. It is a people hold you accountable. If you cannot account for yourself, Ghanaians will hold you accountable. So what kasa wa ma be chenche bo me bu akonta fa chere Ghana for me force bo bu akonta because enye wo ubotom sika dida bia bibisa say ye woni ana wo se eja pade de ma wo ene ye se hwe so na fa kokko ye dwuma de bia da ka say da be ye na na ye ka bo say ena boy say no, it is the will of the people. It is the interest of the entire Ghanaian people. It is not just about the MPP, but about the MPP now. Look, I have voted for the MPP before. Who is that Seka? Seka MP. Ask him. I've ever voted for the MPP before. But I felt this time around that the MPP took a certain arrogant posture. And he said, who want MPP near? They are humbled because the will of the people and Abra wana say. Not because Ghana for Pewase, but Ghana for Chile won't say, Mode, a com, and a buffo, and a two abadiditiawo. Yera, Opimso, a two of four. But more from Wasun way, net day. And I wasn't woke up. May say, Obi Bia, the Ghana, Sikadia money beer. So what can one through pep? I'm a casa, may Mama walk with Tadia Magan and Nibia because I got a sika. Ghana for a befro. That's a Ghana for flower. Be one of the witch hunting. Never no better Krubuha. Because there's nothing like witch hunting. Tie, Pete, and your mammy akoko. Simple. Pete and your mammy akoko. Ghana sika, and your mammy padie. Ghana sika, and your was padie. Ghana sika, and your busia for your padie. I bet like I said, but there was some bomb. Never did it anyhow. At the end of the day, if I'm home. Now, if you and me are watching that corner, I'll give you a holistic breakdown of acquiring the board chair, any other institutions of states, and the Ghana Sika, and the Kuku Regiment de Bimua, if I swam my home. I ne, or what's one of us a police for one. Be enough for one. Not for Musu. Over the weekend, near to say, Eric J. was what Pamo and conformity and conformity. I say, hey, now what Ghana Corona Fisa Koyamuday. How can you pay somebody? Tio, shall Ghana for one and I do tell me and I make a say. So, oh, you got a new papa. Now, one due receipt. One here that you be used that against you. Ghana for no binum as so chrono so che, papa ye. Ghana for no benum. As so chrono phone tie. Ete papaye. She Benya da jetie si woni ye pa. Na me aka so ba be hwehwe mu ahunu niema ekoso wo hono mo. Hwe se aban Ghana person bo Ghana krono a. And obi person bo Ghana krono a. He will not give you salary because odim so otua wo ka salary a. As in the form of salary a obetua ho to any corresponding taxes and ka ho nyina. But okaso o ma allowance there, you will not pay taxes, you will not pay any corresponding taxes. And so, you think that, say, yeah, person abroad here, and you have to your home tour, and you have to your home allowance instead of your salary. Now, God willing, tomorrow we will give you a holistic breakdown of all these issues. Ghana is never a banana republic. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama may say, and what was a Ghana for year development there? Nemo adia ba ye be so Ghana fo ni ye pa de say akonfo no binu ma no mo wa MPP mu a mo di Ghana dream abo Ghana krono all the name say yeah there's some of my Ghana no but now put them into books, bring them ma emrano anyone di anyone di we na say Ghana within all the 4 years on the teacher akonfo mo Ghana ina Ghanaians will forever be grateful to you. History will forever be kind to you. Because one funny thing, you say, kronuadoso. Na Ghana timi che kronphobia. Nti se da bia ye kasa kronuadoso, dey timi che kronphobia, wan na bo krono no. Si ase kronuadoso. Na ye timi che kronphobia. The question is, why the box are krono no? Ye ka mo se monti ase. Ye ka se du tabia, MPP abanyoko we omo ba ye afi we. Na do danko Akuffo e ya mampoyefo ye ka monti ase. It is not because we hate them. No, we don't hate them. Me, Doctor, you are free. You share no flight mu. You see from Ochemiska. But it does not mean say MPP ya there that Doctor you are free in the DNA. That's what Kokoye Bibi na said the Wakoko Basem. Na ye bisada na so to papa so say Timika. No way. What would the Ghana dream now? You know yourselves. So don't run. Mama Munyane. That be Ghana is a very peaceful country. Mama Munyane. Munyane has a bedi muye. Mama Munyane. Ghana is a very peaceful country. But then ni awodi Ghana sikaye ebia no. Ye be hwe ni ahwehwem. Ni agi ade. Ompa ho asem a intentem na first cadebra. Udis cadebra, I'm sure John Dramani Mahama will forgive you and tell you that go in peace. But so first cadebra ma na so mo aba be che wo dia. Make what you be because Ghanaians are not interested in you. Ghana for we are not interested in witch hunting. We are interested in proper accountability. Let me add much I met to us. But I said I know. I mean, can't catch us, sir. Now me come and me do yaho. Me cook must be cheaper. Yeah, mami, a dear ya, I from the Power Specialist Herbal Hospital. The hospital there for ye pa.
Okay, abusunya we ne ensema ekoso our political high we so eye ato Forson NHS deny K.Agyapong ne contract bia HSN nkese eye NDC for hwe na nka omode ma no ho ensem na yede ebrem no ato Forson finance minister denies approving payment to K.Agyapong no ho ensem na yede ebrem no medamase.